How many of you had a jersey where the crest on the front got wrinkled and you didn't want it anymore? Well, guess what? I'm the Jersey Jaguar, and in today's video, I'm going to teach you quickly how to get the wrinkles out with only 3 products needed. And guess what, guys? This is going to be part 1 of a 2-part series. The second part is going to be with 2 other techniques. Today, we're going to use the first technique, and we're going to start the video with the products I'm going to use, and then the setup, and then we're going to get into how to get those wrinkles out of the crest. With that said, let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into the products that we're going to use to get these wrinkles out of the front crest. All right, guys, so with that said, the first and obviously most important one is going to be an iron. I use a Rowenta Power Steam iron. All right, guys, I got mine at Costco for around 40 or 50 bucks. Now you can find them on Amazon and other places. I'll put a couple links in the descriptions for irons to get. Most importantly, make sure that your iron has a steam option. It's gonna save you in the long run. And the second item that you're going to need is either a plain white t-shirt or a white cloth or a white bed sheet, preferably some kind of t-shirt or cloth. Guys, make sure it is completely white with no design. You don't want any possible ink or dye transfer into your jersey, all right? All right, guys, and finally, all you're gonna need is a piece of cardboard or anything that's hard and flat. Guys, I use cardboard. You can use a old box that you got in the mail. Chop it up and you're good to go, all right? Doesn't have to be anything special. We just want something to separate the top of the jersey from the back side of the jersey in case there's an accident. Also, we don't want to get that fight strap embedded or imprinted into one side of the jersey, all right, guys? So get a piece of cardboard. It's going to save you. All right, so we're going to go straight to the setup. Now, there's only 2 parts to the setup. First part of the setup, make sure that you put water into your iron and use only distilled. The reason why you want to use distilled water is if you use regular water, eventually the bottom of this head is going to get calcified. Step 2, take your piece of cardboard, try to get roughly the same size as your working space that you need, and we're going to put it under the front logo right here. That's going to help protect the jersey so the fight strap doesn't get imprinted into the jersey, as well as the bottom half of the jersey doesn't get destroyed if we have an accident. All right, so it's time to actually get these wrinkles out of the crest. Now, if you guys see the top, I already did the top for an example to show you what it looks like when it's finished already. The whole of the crest look like this, but we got it taken care of with that. Now, guys, keep in mind, press down on these wrinkles and see if they have a lot of ply to them, you're good. If they don't have any ply, if you go over them too hard, right, or in a wrong fashion and force it, it's gonna discolor that part of the crest and it's never gonna get ironed out. All right, just keep that in mind. So all we're gonna do now is we're going to take the jersey, and guys, what I want to say is this jersey is a little bit easier to do because it has a lot of wide working space. If you have a crest that has a lot of like these type of areas, the smaller the area, the less likely it is to come out. So keep that in mind. So we're gonna take the shirt. I just like using one side of the shirt, not 2. Okay, put it where you're working. So right here, I'm gonna go over it a couple times, and then I'm going to start spraying the steam. Put some pressure on there. Let's see how it looks first. Good. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start to work it out with my fingers just a little bit to make it flat again. You see what I'm doing? Now we're gonna go with the second go. All I'm doing is putting even pressure on there, all right? Keep applying that steam. All right, let's see now. All right, we're getting there. Like this bottom part is gonna be a little bit more tricky than the top. So guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna repeat this step a few times. I'm gonna put it in fast forward until we get to the finish mark. You guys get the gist of it. All right, and there it goes. You can see it's nice and better looking than it was before. So guys, keep in mind, when I'm working this material, after I'm having the iron on there, be extremely careful because it's going to be very, very hot and you'll get some minor burns on the bottom of your fingers. Believe me, I'm speaking from experience. When I'm doing this, you could use a little trick for these harder to reach areas, like so, all right? I take the tip of the iron, wrap it in the shirt, and then I just go over and trace it. Same thing if you got an area near the corners where it's not coming out. Do a little steam to make it moist, and just like that with the corner. You see what I'm doing? Boom. All right, guys. Also, too, my final word for this, be extremely careful. Always have the shirt or the cloth under the iron. Never go directly onto the jersey. Also, be careful not to miss or drop the iron, etc. If the iron touches the jersey when it's hot, it's either going to melt it, burn it, or discolor it. All right, guys, so be extremely, extremely careful with that. All right, that's a wrap. And as you guys can see, getting the wrinkles out of the front crest wasn't a challenge. It does take a little bit of effort, but you will get them out. You will save your jerseys. Guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. Also, guys, if there's another video you want to see me do in the future, don't hesitate to ask. I'll do my best to get it done. Like and subscribe if possible. And guess what? I'll see you at the next one.